The team found some ramblings by Agent Rutsack and notes about the house. Apparently it talked to him. And they also mentioned the name Hobbs.
Who is this Hobbs?
Hobbs was a local friendly that knew Rutsack from back in the day. The team decided to split up. Agent Strauss, Duffy, and Reflex decided to return to the house and look in the crawl spaces or any sort of location that someone could have been hiding. They seemed convinced that somebody was still in the house.
Well, what about this other agent? Agnes, was it?
Yes, sir. That is correct. Agent Agnes went back to the hotel room to do some research. Basically kind of go through the names that Agent Rutsack and his notes and ramblings had left behind. The group at the house began to search each closet, see if they could find some sort of a hatch or a crawl space. Agent Duffy was reported to see red eyes in one of the closets, while Agent Reflex saw handprints appear on a tarp, and then the door slammed behind them. The group continued to search the rest of the house, and they found something interesting in the master bathroom. There was a bathtub full of water, and when the agents reached their hands in, they felt a body.
Was the water murky? Clear?
Crystal clear, sir. When they drained the tub, they saw the water draining around the body, but once the water was gone, the body disappeared. Thoughts. We are the Chaos Engine Podcast.
Yeah.
And we're playing some Delta motherfucking Green. Probably should have said this in the previous couple episodes, but this podcast deals with some pretty fucked up shit, so
So if you made it
Is
through
it
the last
blanket?
episode,
I'm
Trigger warning.
probably should go back and put a warning on the first couple episodes. But yeah, there's some fucked up adult shit in this. So if you don't like weird fucked up things happening, I would try to put like a trigger warning on here, but there's a lot of stuff, so it would be a pretty long list. So just know that there's probably going to be some spoopy, uncomfortable shit going forward, and y'all been warned. Who is joining me at this table today?
I guess I'll start. I'm Tyler, playing Agent Strauss, Levi Stafford.
What is a Misha for 300? I will be playing Agent Agnes. Yeah.
I'm Cody, playing Agent Acid Reflux.
And my name is Jim Duffy, and I'm playing the agent, Jake.
All right.
Who's the real mask?
I'm the operation.
Oh man, it's weird. So I have two small children. I have a 5-year-old and an 8-year-old, and they're at my parents' house in Arizona for like the past week. And so I've never had this much free time in 8 years of my life, and I don't know what to do with my time anymore. Like, I just sat around and watched show. Like, I usually never watch TV, and like all I've done is like I guess I'll like we watched a show called Alone.
Alone is fucking crazy.
Yeah, they have
Never
one.
even heard of
They
it.
have one season on Netflix, and so we watched it, and it's pretty cool. Like
That's like the real deal.
like I'm watching the show, and like there's one of the guys, and he's just like having this mental breakdown because the whole premise of the show is they drop you out in the wilderness. Spoiler alert: alone.
Oh, that's
With-
okay.
You have like a
So
back.
it's like a reality show?
Yeah, you get like 10. You get to bring 10 things that you can pack in, and then everything else like you are on your own. So like these guys are building log shelters in 15 days, and it's wild. Like it's incredible the amount of like
Dude,
survival shit these dudes have.
On one of the seasons, one of the guys brought like a piece of fabric or canvas or something crazy like that, and he built a fucking canoe for
Yeah,
himself.
this guy built a
What?
boat. This guy
Yes.
built a boat out of wood and a tarp.
Yep, and he was just like going back and forth, like fishing and getting another.
Yeah. So I'm watching this episode, and there's like one of these guys is having a breakdown. You're like, oh, this guy's fucking dead. Like he's gonna leave soon.
He's
'cause
getting helicoptered
He's having an
soon.
issue. But he's like, oh, you're sitting at your home and you're eating your food and you think you're better than me because you could do this. Well, you can't. I was like, I'm not all those things. Like, bro, you've been out here for 30 fucking
We
days
are all impressed.
by yourself.
That's crazy.
Like, that's incredible. Like, I don't know anybody who's going to be sitting at home like Dennis from fucking It's Always Sunny, be like, you dumb son of a bitch. Like, I could have fucking I could do that. Yeah, right. Like, no, man, this is incredible to watch this shit. I'm just like, yeah, it's a really interesting show. So I would definitely say if you like Survivor Man and stuff like that, check it out. It's that very similar vein. But like, yeah, like they tried, it was like Grizzly Island or Grizzly Mountain or some shit like that. Which, spoiler alert again, a lot of fucking grizzly bears, like,
Well, fuck
like
no.
30 feet away from people. Like,
Yeah.
how do you not shit your pants in that situation?
And they give them like camera training, because they give them like
Yeah.
a camera and they're like, well, here's a course on how to set up the camera, and then they're like, all right, now we're gonna put you on an island.
Yeah.
Like, goodbye.
Like they gave them like multiple like bear flashbangs and bear mace to like scare the bears away.
Jesus.
And like one guy, like the first day he's there, he kills like a grouse, which is like a wild chicken essentially, I guess. And he's skinning this shit and he's doing his thing, and like he hears shit snap, and he turns around and there's a fucking cougar like watching him through the woods, and he's just like, I'm gonna fucking try to kill that guy. And so like he gets his bow and arrow and starts like trying to stalk this cougar. I'm like, are you fucking crazy?
Yeah.
It's a fucking cougar. Like,
So,
no.
I guess my question is, why?
Because they win $500,000 if they last the longest. So
Okay,
10
okay.
people get dropped, and you don't know when your time is up.
So they don't have to kill each other.
No.
Like the last
so
one
like,
standing.
So like
Yet.
yet.
So does it just go until like or somebody out there to like, I can't do it anymore?
Yeah. So
Oh,
they each have a phone that they can call, and then the last person doesn't know like what they're the last person. Like you don't know how other people are doing. So like I think this season it was like 67 days or like it was longer than that. It was like almost 3 months these guys were living in the wilderness alone.
And they'll drop them like 3 miles up the coast from each other. So
Yeah.
they're like, this is your, like, you can go wherever you want, but just know, like, we can't have you, like, go meet up with these
Yeah.
other people. But they're like, there was one where they did it up here and, like, on some island.
Vancouver Island, right?
Yeah. And there's another one where it was like in the desert or some shit. It's a really good show.
Dude,
Yeah.
that sounds dangerous. They could like find each other and think they're animals and like shoot
Right?
each other.
Dude,
with
yeah,
arrows.
it gets, I
Holy
mean, and
fuck.
you're fucking going nuts out there. Like, the dude's having a breakdown talking to himself.
Oh,
Like,
all of
you
them.
don't-
All of them
yeah.
are having like
You don't know what
existential
could happen.
crises.
Oh,
Yeah.
I imagine.
Wait, is that a Delta Green?
It could be.
Like it could be. a
Oh,
Delta
dude,
Green.
yeah, that'd be
Yeah, like one of the it was really really cool. So I would definitely but it's one of those things like I would never watch that, but now I have all of this free time in the world.
Please tell me they don't tell the last guy that he's the last guy, and they just say they wait until he uses the cell phone and breaks
So
it.
in the one I watched, they waited till like the weight check-in for him. So like they do like every month or every couple days they go do like a health check. Like,
Oh, yeah.
hey man, you've lost like 50% of your body weight. You can't sustain this. We're pulling you, like that kind of thing. So they make sure that people are
Makes
healthy.
sense. Yeah.
Seems a lot more realistic. It's like
Yeah.
about 10 years ago, they had a show called Colony. I don't know if you.
Oh,
I've heard of it.
That one's like so staged, though.
was that the one where it was like post-apocalyptic?
Yeah.
And they got like engineers and doctors and...
Yeah, but that one was staged.
Yeah, no, this one is straight up. It was really interesting. So I don't know. And then I've never watched this much television in my life.
Good for you,
Did
man.
you guys watch Severance yet?
No, I
No,
don't.
I really wanna watch
I don't have HBO or Apple Plus.
Honestly, get the free trial for a week just
Okay.
for Severance.
Power through it?
It's amazing.
Okay,
It's
Good
the, like, I've changed my mind on Ben Stiller.
okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's not like he's in it, but it's
He
like...
produced it, right?
Yeah, I think he produced it, and I think it was like 6 out of 8 or 9 episodes he directed.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice. There you go.
I just saw a clip of him like heckling a tennis player at a tournament, and the tennis player like just blew up at him, and I'm just like, I like Ben Stiller
It
again.
was actually the guy sitting next to him.
Next to him.
Yeah, the guy sitting next to him was like, "You fucking suck."
And Ben Stiller was just like, but you're like, what?
Yeah.
What?
Great. Now I'm here.
It was amazing. I love when tennis players have little tizzy fits.
I remember I always used to get Ben Stiller and Matthew Broderick confused when I was younger.
Yeah. Okay.
But Ben Stiller didn't kill somebody, so I guess he's got that.
They
going
didn't
for
commit
himself.
manslaughter.
He didn't commit manslaughter, then flee the country. And
That
get
we
away
know
with it.
of.
Holy.
That's true. Very true. So
He's always going to be Ferris Bueller to me.
He's always going to be a murderer to me.
Well, he wasn't Godzilla,
Hey
and
kids,
everyone knows
don't
that.
drink and drive. Let's just go put that out there.
That's awkward.
He was Godzilla, yeah.
The one we don't talk about.
That was bad. I saw that movie twice in theaters.
Wow. I
Wasn't-
remember liking it, but
I
I was
went-
also 10.
Midnight opening day. with
Godzilla
my
2001.
dad. Yeah.
amazing movie.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, I saw when I would have been 8. And 8-year-old Jake with the
Yeah.
Taco Bell cup had the big Godzilla on it.
Yeah, no.
Fucking loved it.
7th grade Chris was stoked on it.
Bryan Cranston's in that movie?
No, that's the newer one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's
This
right.
one with Matthew Broderick, the guy from The Professional.
Yep.
And then,
Wasn't Matthew Broderick also Inspector Gadget?
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
You're so dope.
Never saw that one. All right, we should probably get into this.
Yeah, let's do it.
So last episode, you guys opened up you took a peek in that coffin. You found some notes. You found some very interesting stuff. Then the 3 of you decided to head to the house and
Yes.
investigate.
Specifically thinking, like, there's got to be something in the house.
Yeah.
It was
we
a
didn't check for crawl spaces.
chill
Did not.
time.
And you guys went to go investigate for crawl spaces. And Agent Agnes decided to go back. And what was Agent Agnes going to do in that meantime?
She took all of the notes and the journals and the camera and the burnt up photographs. And she took them all back to the hotel to kind of paraphrase, like get all what Ratsack.
Rutsack.
Rats named
Got a
Ratsack.
rat.
I mean, well, is his name really Rutsack? Like
I don't know.
Nutsack?
Well, I think you guys would know him as Rutsack. I don't think you'd know him as Donley.
Right.
Like that's the thing. Like Delta Green agents are typically supposed to keep their real identity from
Yeah,
each
like
other.
you-
'Cause-
Yeah.
You all just know just the code names.
Yeah,
as
that's
well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mouse sack.
And then she would, because she has really high psychotherapy and really high human, she'd probably be like a good person to distill all this information and make it, mean something if at all possible.
Okay.
And then she would try to look up places that she would, in the morning, go see if she could find the store that developed all of the photographs to see if they still had the negatives.
Okay. Cool. I like that idea. Okay, so I think let's begin there. Okay, so you have all these notes in front of you, and you start trying to like dig into them more.
Yep.
And I think, I mean, you can Google. You have Google. You could start kind of look up things.
Yep.
And so I think the things that would stick out to you going through the note, if you look up Ture, you find that there was during the 60s. If you kind of like start looking through history, looking up that name, you see that there once was a family that lived in the house. They were Adam and Rebecca Ture. They lived in and maybe you kind of either, just a Google search, or you start trying to look up and you see, I'm trying to think like what the proper way of this would be. You find like a article from like the local newspaper. And yeah, you see that they were originally transplants from Montreal, Quebec.
Oh, Canadians on the note. Got it.
And they had 2 small children. There is Elise, Leise, Elise, and Anton. And I'm assuming you would find an article about the death. And they lived there. They moved into the house in 1963, and they moved out in 1965. There was an incident in, and I think this is probably what the article kind of, you see there's some sort of reference to like, Rebecca might have had a brief hospital stint for like mental exhaustion.
Okay.
It sounds like from the articles you're reading, she spent about 6 weeks in a mental hospital. And when she came back, they like the article talks about it a little bit, how there seemed to be like a weird shift in Anton's attitude, and they weren't quite sure what was going on. Maybe he was lashing out because of like his mom being gone or something like that. But on January 12th, 1966, they found Anton drowned in the toilet bowl in the master bedroom. And the doors to the bathroom were locked on the inside. The bathroom doors were locked from the inside, so no, yeah.
Okay.
And he was found drowned in a toilet bowl. And at that point, Rebecca, the mother, was permanently, she was committed to a mental hospital from that point on.
Yeah, she was not responsive, I would take it.
And it seems like Adam and his daughter, along, he left the area with his wife and daughter as well. So that's what you find about the Tourés.
Oh.
What were the other names there that you were looking at?
Oh, there's Hobbs?
Yep. So if you look up like Hobbs, Ellensburg, Washington, you find 2 hits. There is one for a I'm trying to see where my notes are here. There was one for a Agnes Hobbs.
Agnes.
Yes. And then there is one for a Calvin Hobbs. Looks like Calvin Hobbs, there's an obituary written. He died December 15th, 2016. And it looks like he was a East Coast, like he was originally from this area. He had moved over and done some government work on the East Coast, and mainly in New Jersey. And he had moved back to Ellensburg, Washington in 2010 to take care of his mother. And you could tell that she died probably about 2013. She passed away. And yeah, that's what you find out about him. There was, as far as you could tell, there was like no next of kin. There's nothing like that. Just kind of like an obituary saying like those who knew him, like his funeral will be held at this day, kind of thing.
Okay.
That's what you find about Hobbs.
There's also Crease.
Right, Crease. So this one is looks like there was a murder-suicide that took place in let me see here, 1960. October 12th, 1960, you find a news report. One George Crease, he shot his wife and then himself in the house. They were in the master bedroom. They say that, they even go on to say that some of the some of the details of this are pretty gross, but I think if you like went to a coroner's or police report, you might be able to find more of this, just kind of like a newspaper.
Got it.
But
not a whole lot of gruesome details in newspapers.
What you find is that he shot his wife, and then before shooting himself, he set the house on fire, and then he shot himself. But a neighbor made it over in time to help, like, call the fire department and start trying to put down the fire.
Okay.
So it didn't completely burn down, but it had fire damage.
Like The Grudge.
Yeah. What else do you want to do some research on?
Falcone death.
Falcone. Okay. Yeah, so this one is much more recent. This one is from about 2000 and I believe 15. Let me make sure I got my notes right here. Yeah, this one is about 2015. Yeah, you just find a article about in 2015, she owned the house. Her name was Andrea Falcone. She owned the house from 2008 to 2014. She was found suffocated in the upstairs room. And after that, the house went on the market, and that is when Amelia bought the house.
An upstairs room. Okay. Do we know what she was suffocated with?
It did not say. They just found her suffocated.
Okay.
So no, they didn't have any cause of foul play or anything like that. They found her suffocated. They didn't. Yeah.
All right. And Wheeler.
Okay. Yeah. You start looking into the Wheeler family from this area, and this is pretty extensive. Let me get here. So, the Wheelers are the original folks who, I believe, they built the house. Let me see here. I want to just make sure. believe they are the ones. Yeah, so he's actually the one who built the house in 1907.
Okay.
He brought his invalid wife, Isabel Wheeler, here.
Invalid? Invalid? Like, what?
Invalid. Like,
Invalid.
I think, yeah.
Oh,
I think she
just-
was kind of sick.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, they built the house in 1907, and you see, like, there are certain various articles about, like, he seemed like he was a well-happening guy, like he's a wealthy mason, and you see that. What's your history score?
History. I don't think I leveled that up. I probably should have history. It's just 10%. Ugh.
Okay, so there's probably more that you can find, but you just find the basics that they lived in the house when it was built up until 1956.
Okay.
And that is when I believe Michael passed away in 1956. And then like you would find a newspaper article about that.
Okay.
Just want to make sure here. Sorry, no. You find out that Michael died in 1910. He died during construction of the county seat in Ellensburg when a falling slab of marble basically struck him in the head and killed him. His wife lived alone in the house until she basically till 1956. And that that one of her previous nurses who lived with her was Adele Di Vitelio.
Vitelio.
But if you want to find more, you'd probably have to start looking into go to a. Yeah, this is just like newspaper articles. You might be able to find more if you actually went to like a library and went into older stuff that might not be online.
Yeah, nitty gritty fact fighting.
What else you got?
Okay, so is there any more information that I can find on Israi? The Isari.
Oh, Emilia?
Yeah.
No, I think you just kind of have the basics you guys have. She's from a wealthy family, bought the house after she bought it right after Falcone died. So Falcone died in like 2015. She bought it in early 2016.
Okay.
So she snatched it up off the market, and then she was there until she died.
I think the last thing that she would probably, or Agnes would look up, would be to look at the real estate records and to see if the same real estate company was facilitating all of these sales.
Gotcha. It looks like a couple different ones throughout the time.
Different ones? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's all the information that I can get out of these notes.
And if you Google, you can see, like, you'll find, like, a camera shop in town that you could take the stuff to if you wanted to.
Yeah,
So.
probably. Yeah, she'd probably do that first thing in the morning.
Okay. So you guys just saw some weird shit in this bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
You guys talk to each other about it, try to compartmentalize. I know you guys wanted to check a couple more rooms to figure out this if there's a ceiling. But what's going through your guys' heads right now as you just experienced this? Because this is...
She just saw the tub drown.
And you saw the water, like, draining around a body.
Yeah, drain around a body, and then... Duffy reached in?
Yeah,
Or-
so
Somebody discovered it's not there anymore. I don't remember if I did that.
I think you did that.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. It's not there anymore.
No, yeah, Eustace is just in a weird mindset. Like he's obviously like just as skittish and paranoid as he was before, but now he's, I don't know, there's something like just excitable about it, and I don't know, like maybe more nonchalant than I should be about this, even though it's freaking me out, and this is like, that freaked me out, but it's not stopping me, so
Yeah.
I'm still going.
What's going through Duffy's head?
I think just out of necessity. I think after reaching in, feeling the shoulder or a body in the tub, and then immediately draining the water and seeing that the water's draining around something, I think he would immediately step out of the bathroom and then ask if everybody's ready to go. Just but not even just like just be like, okay, let's keep going because I don't know what is happening in here.
That makes sense.
I cannot rationalize this, so I'm just not. I'm not going to keep looking at it.
I like it.
Yeah, Strauss he'd sit there, maybe keeps banging his hand in the bathtub, like back and forth, trying to just come on, there's got to be here, something's here, but kind of accepts, sees Duffy walking out, and he just kind of stand up and just close his eyes, kind of take a deep breath, and just, all right, we need to get through the rest of the house. Just kind of business time. We should take the garage, right? Because I don't.
You haven't gone to the garage
We
yet.
haven't, but do we do that before we do upstairs? Probably.
Yeah, I think so. Because I still want to know, and we probably can't figure this out just right now, but why the garage was built from the porch. It used to be a porch that they have closed in to make a garage.
Yeah. Hey, question. I just want to make sure we did check the walk-in closet in the master bathroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there was nothing.
I did that because there was nothing there, and then I touched the water.
Right on.
Yeah.
But yeah, garage.
Okay, so you guys head to
Strauss might also be mumbling, now I know we might want to burn the house down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this was this is a two-car garage that doubles as a storage area. It looks like it was a screened-in porch that it was converted, so you can still kind of see some of the items there. But yeah, if you guys walk in, you see nothing for an attic crawl space or anything. You don't see any sort of ceiling hatches or anything like that. So.
And
Okay.
I guess I probably should have mentioned this at the last episode. I know I said my character probably doesn't know what they're looking for. His search is still low. It's the base 20. But he probably has cleared a house, so any large pieces of furniture, he might be looking beyond the furniture.
Lifting up rugs and stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, you guys are looking for ceiling stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, my house has weird panels on the wall, recessed in, so you can go into the house essentially.
Gotcha.
If I put a dresser in front of that, nobody would know.
Right.
So
Okay.
anything
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think you guys are looking and you're not seeing anything that strikes you as.
Like a hidden compartment.
Yeah, there's no hidden compartments that you've seen so far. And if you check the storage room too, you don't see anything in there.
Okay.
So, heading upstairs.
Heading upstairs.
All right.
At the bottom of the stairs, he'd point the gun and light up and says, "Coming up, I know somebody's in here."
So I think, yeah, you guys shine this light up, and I think we kind of see the dust falling through the flashlight as you slowly creak up the stairs, just as you get up to the bonus room, and you get to the top, and yeah, you guys don't.
Was there a closet in this one? Is that a closet or is that some kind of balcony?
It's kind of like a balcony.
Okay.
I think it's like a big open area, but yeah, you guys don't see
Nothing in any ceilings?
No.
And there's a rocking chair in here.
There was a rocking chair, yeah.
This is where the former owner suffocated in 2014.
If that's the whole house, Duffy would try to do it in the most, bravest, calm, cool, and collected way possible, but he'd be like, okay, we can leave.
There's one place we didn't explicitly check.
Oh, where?
Well, I guess that's it.
I don't know how this is for the storage room.
Oh,
That is
God.
right next to it's connected to the garage.
Yeah, I said you guys looked there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right there.
you
Okay,
didn't see
nothing.
it.
Got it.
Yeah.
Strauss still doesn't believe it. But something's weird.
Agent Acid Reflux, take your headphones off, please. Plug your ears.
Can do.
Duffy and Strauss, you guys are kind of looking through here, and maybe Reflex has kind of gone off into a corner and looking around at stuff. And you guys hear the front door downstairs just slam against a wall. And you start to hear...
bolt. Oh, wait.
So you start to hear footprints downstairs, and they're coming towards the stairs.
The second I hear that, I'm running to the top of the stairs and aiming my gun and flashlight down.
Covering his 6, gun out.
You, your flashlight is shining down this thing, and you hear these footsteps getting closer and closer and closer, and then you hear them go past you.
On the stairs?
Yes. And then both of you hear the scream of just...
What?
And then nothing. Give me a sanity roll.
Oh, jeez. Oh, dude, fuck that one up. 86 over 52.
Ooh. Okay, here we go. That is a 99. Oh my god.
You're going to take 4 points sanity damage. Do you want to project it onto a bond?
Well,
Duffy's going to
see-
take 1 point.
See, here's the fun part about that. I'm at 56,
Okay.
and my breaking point is 52. So
You probably should.
I probably should do that.
Yeah, so let's do that.
Okay, one moment.
Yeah. I feel like Duffy's getting off lucky.
Yeah.
Man.
I just want to make sure. I'm trying to write down every instance of sanity loss
Gotcha.
and how
Nice.
much I lose.
And remember, if you guys fail a roll, we haven't really had a whole lot of skill checks, but like I mentioned that if you fail a skill
Yeah.
roll, you get to put a check mark and you increase it by 1 for the next thing.
Cool. A couple searches last
Yeah,
time.
we haven't done a whole lot of rolls except for sanity, so.
And then what is it if you have 3 instances of sanity damage before a breaking point?
Then you become adapted to it. And you gain that trait.
I'm going to have to go through these because this
Yeah.
is definitely at least 3.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. But
Oh,
do we know if it's...
okay.
Have they been...
This is unnatural.
Oh, okay. So, I don't think you can become adapted.
yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to try to project this to my 1 bond.
Okay.
3.
Nice.
Nice. So you take
So-
3 points of willpower damage. What's that bring you down to?
Let me check you just.
Yeah, do your math. I probably should let you do the math first before I start
No
asking you
worries.
questions. Tell me it now while you're still working.
So my willpower, if I lose 3 points, goes down to 10 from
Perfect.
13.
Love it. Love to have it.
And that puts my bond from 10 to 7.
Okay, we'll see what happens in the downtime.
What
Okay.
was the bond that you chose?
Is listed as my remaining squad member.
Nice.
His name is Nick Fisher. And you haven't heard anything about him because we haven't done home scenes
Sure.
yet, but
Yeah.
So
hopefully you'll see. So,
Agent
yeah.
Reflex, you're kind of off in a corner staring at something, kind of looking, kind of walking around this whole space, trying to, figure out what's, you've been up here before, but you're kind of just taking it in.
Yeah.
And suddenly you see Duffy and Strauss snap to attention and rush to the stairs, and they're both shining their lights down there. And then they're standing there for a good 15 seconds. And what do you guys do?
Was what we hear goes past us, I'm trying to follow that. Like, look.
It goes like between you guys, almost into like the center of the room, and then that's when you hear the noise. You don't hear anything, Reflex. You just see these two.
Right.
They look like they're like shining their flashlights, following something.
You would see Strauss like kind of like when we hear what we hear, just like flinches real quick, like what the fuck, and just like his something.
Yeah.
Eyes
like
go wide, kind of like what the fuck is happening?
SWAT team style at the
Right.
top of the stairs, and then you just see Jim Duffy like, and then he kind of like turns around and he's just like breathing super
Yeah.
heavy.
So I'm like, what's going on? What'd you see?
Did you hear that?
No.
It's just like wide eyed, like there's. Didn't hear the front door, and then he's gonna
The
run.
scream, the footsteps, none of it.
None of it. Nothing.
Strauss just like looks around. I think we have to get out of here now.
We've cleared the house.
Yeah, like just.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this probably took you guys probably like an hour to go through everything, so it's probably about 11 o'clock right now.
Yeah, but he will like quickly go to the front door, and is the front door slammed open?
Yeah, front door's wide open.
Jesus.
Dude.
Sorry, no, you guys closed it behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The door's closed then.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go. I think we should stick around until 12 just for fun. No, I'm just kidding.
3 a.m. is the witching hour.
Jesus.
Where are you guys going?
Perkies. Perkies. You get a good, nice yoff.
Yep.
All
Yeah.
right, you gonna go to Perkins.
Gotta get some kind of food.
All right. Yeah, you guys arrive at Perkins. I mean, it's like a trucker dining restaurant.
Yeah.
So
Give me the eggs Benedict.
They got eggs Benedict. That's decent. At least it was when I ate
Get
it.
a slice of pie.
They got pie.
Love it.
Yeah, Jim Duffy's just gonna get hash browns and an unsweetened iced tea.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Love myself an unsweetened iced tea.
For his blood pressure.
There you go. So what do you guys talk about? What's going through your guys' heads? Like, what does this conversation look like as you're sitting here in this restaurant? If gone through some wild shit.
Like there's an awkward pause, and just like those mariners, yeah.
Back in 2017.
Yeah. They still sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if there would be much talking.
Yeah, Strauss would be sitting there eating a slice of pie really slowly and just kind of like staring off into space. Got to burn the house.
I was thinking the same thing. It's like, if we can't burn that coffin, obviously, just burn the house. But
Quick question. Sorry to derail. So this is something I think I forgot to ask to clarify exactly. But Delta Green normally, like, you have certain objectives.
Right.
Like, hard, fast objectives.
Mm-hmm.
What was ours for this just to figure out why the agent killed himself?
And what the house had to do with it, if
Yeah.
it was paranormal.
Yep. So you guys had, I will read you. You are to determine the cause of Agent Rutsak's recent death. You need to see if there is anything, if the house is an ongoing threat to the public. And that's your job. So you need to figure out how he died, what got him, and then you need to figure out, is this house a threat?
Okay, so that's,
Yes,
that's
it
kind
is.
of what I thought I remembered something about that, but he's thinking of the house just like, we have to burn the house.
right.
We have to destroy this, whatever is here.
I think we should also maybe connect with Agnes for this conversation as well.
Yeah, she's just
True.
chilling at her. She's just chilling at the hotel room.
Yeah,
She might have more information. We have more information.
I do
need to make it back to
also
her.
want to look into the land that the house is on. Just
call.
because, like, burning it might... And, I mean, if burning the coffin didn't do anything... I mean,
It didn't look like the coffin got burned. There was no
interesting.
What, did the corpse look burned?
No.
Well, it said, yeah.
Then you
it
just
said
cracked it and took a look.
Yeah, that's
What
true.
did the...
It said burn it, Crease tried, didn't work.
Burn it, Crease tried it. Maybe that means that they tried to burn it and human physical flames did nothing.
Or did he try to burn the body or the house?
Good question. It doesn't say. It just says
You don't know?
burn it.
Yeah, you don't know.
That is
Well,
yeah.
it also refers to it later on when it had a conversation with
Yeah.
it. I don't know if that's the same thing, but...
Yep.
Strauss still just sitting there, just eats another slice of pie.
Yeah, I think it's...
Whatever we find out, that house is getting burned to the ground.
So maybe
whatever's in there is a threat.
So I think we do some research. We talk to this parapsychologist. We get that antique person. Find out some history here.
Okay.
Maybe learn about the land, like you said. Talk to Agnes. Information before we burn it. I'm down to burn it.
Agnes, you are, doing your research when you... I'm trying to figure out, do you guys probably get 2 rooms, I'm assuming?
I don't know if we...
Or each have a separate room? I don't think we ever discussed this.
Definitely has night terrors. He definitely has his own room.
So we'll say you all got your own rooms. I think that's fair.
That works.
So you guys go to Agnes's room, knock on the door. I'm assuming, do you draw your gun or anything, Agnes, when you answer it? Or how does Agnes handle that? You know they were out and about, so I think you might think
Fires
it's them.
through the door.
But yeah.
I mean, it's a hotel, right?
Yeah.
There's people.
Yeah. So you look out, you see these 3 yahoos sitting there staring at you. You let them in?
Yeah, let 'em in.
Okay. So we kind of cut to you guys sitting maybe on the chairs or the various, the one bedroom in there, or the bed. And what do you guys do? What do you guys talk about? How does this conversation go down as you guys enter into the room? And
do we know that
you probably all look kind of out of it. I think you guys probably you see that they look like they've been through some shit. I think that would be safe to say.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look like Matthew McConaughey looking at his phone with a cigarette.
Agnes probably has like her entire bed covered with like papers and like research materials and what she could get her hand on in that hour, or in.
It's been about an hour and a half.
Hour and
They
a
get
half.
to your place probably about like 11:30.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Just
So I
probably.
guess I should ask: are you still up?
Yes,
Okay.
probably. Yeah.
So yeah, there was a ball came out of the closet. Duffy found a ball. There's a red pair of eyes.
Yeah. So like with a big old fat lip of dip in his mouth, sort of like leaning up against the wall next to the window. I think he'll explain everything he saw. At least when we went into the first closet, there was a rat's nest of some sort with an expired orange juice from about a year and a half. Then in the other bedroom, Reflux saw a pair of handprints walking across a tarp, at which point I saw a set of eyes in a closet, red eyes peering at me. This was after the red ball came rolling out of the closet, because we heard a pound from inside. Mm-hmm. We then proceeded to the bathroom, where...
Which bathroom?
The bathroom between bathroom 3 and 4, I believe it was.
Well,
the bathroom
we went to.
Oh yeah. You guys explained, not me. You went to a couple
sound in the
bathrooms.
bedroom.
Oh, okay.
My map is...
Oh, I have it. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I needed it so I could figure out where
I
we're
don't
going to be.
remember if anything happened in the bathroom, in that bathroom.
You guys heard a weird noise.
Yeah, we were in bedroom 4 and we heard a noise.
You heard somebody. You heard something writing on the mirror.
Yeah,
It
rubbing on the like condensation on the mirror, like squeak.
there was no condensation.
I know, yeah, but it was like squeaking against the mirror.
Ooh, okay. And that was the bathroom between bedrooms
3 and 4. At which point we proceeded to the utility closet, cleared.
Nothing in the ceiling.
Garage, cleared. The master bathroom the master bedroom was clear. We proceeded into the master bathroom.
Somebody filled the toilet. Not the toilet, the bathtub.
Someone left a big old deucer.
Real piece of work.
He would just straight up, like at that point, interrupt you and just mention that somebody had filled the bathtub full of water.
So at one, this is going to be a little bit of a sidetrack, but the one time I was coming back from Ellensburg and I went to go to like one of the places, like there's like a gas station inside of town, and I go take a pee, and someone had left the biggest shit I'd ever seen in my life. That I took a photo of. I'd never seen a turd that big.
Dude,
it was fucking
one time
it was like a loaf of bread. It was fucking massive.
Because like, do you at that point,
man.
if you can't flush it, do you even try?
Yeah, it was just like I wasn't even mad. It was like a fucking burrito. I'm like, dude, this guy, good for this guy. Sorry.
No worries. But Strauss would interrupt Duffy and just bring up that we found the bathtub full of water. Somebody filled it full of water.
Okay.
Yeah, Duffy would like spit into his cup, and then that tub was full.
There was something else in there.
And we reached our hands in, and there was what felt like a body in the tub.
Couldn't see it, but you
But
could feel it.
You could feel it.
Like maybe about the size of a child.
Huh.
After draining the tub, you could see that the water was flowing around a body. But then after the tub was empty, there was nothing else in there. We headed up to the bonus room, and Agent Strauss and I heard the front door slam open very aggressively, very loud, thumping footsteps, walking up the stairs, walk past us, and scream the name Jan.
Jan. Yeah, I was trying to do it quietly, so I didn't.
Yeah. At the top of his lungs. And Jan. That is...
So Agnes is like, she kind of looks like she's like half listening to you guys because she's like still reading but like listening to you guys, and she's like twirling her pencil in her hand and she's like trying to make sense of it all. And then like she kind of like starts pinning papers up on the wall and like trying to make sense of it. And then she said, you kind of get the feel like she's kind of like not going to believe what you say, and then she just kind of goes right into it of like everything that she's found so far and try to like make sense of like what you guys
ignoring what the story we just told.
Yeah.
It's like, here's what I've been doing.
Okay, so she would probably start delving into all of the notes that she has made sense of so far, which is quite a hefty amount, one would say. So she discovered that Torre, it was a family that lived there from 1963 to 1965, and they were Canadians, which makes sense from the notes with the question mark. Like, obviously, Rutzak was getting somewhere with where the origin of that particular family was. The family had two children, two small children. So there was Elise, I think.
So wait, they lived there till 1965?
1966.
Oh, 1966.
Okay, I was going to say,
Yeah.
Coffin says
Yeah.
66.
Okay. And then, Anton. And then the wife, Rebecca, had mental issues after that. Well, she had mental issues before this was all happening, while they were living in the house. And then Anton ended up drowning in a locked room inside the toilet, actually. I wrote that down.
In the master bedroom.
Master bedroom.
Wait.
And the doors were locked from the inside.
He died drowned in the toilet in the master bathroom
Yes.
or bedroom?
Oh,
Master bedroom.
but
The one you found the body in the water.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just trying to clarify. So the master bathroom. The bathroom.
Master.
Okay.
yeah. So, like, Agnes was,
But
like, telling you this in, like, a rush, and she's, like,
The
making
toilet
sense.
and not the bathtub.
Not the bathtub.
Yes.
The toilet.
Interesting.
What?
Wait, keep going. Okay, keep going.
No, there's a lot. Okay, so that pretty much sums up the family. Adam, the father, and Elise, and the wife is like comatose. Like, she's not responsive after the drowning of the son. This information here. So the father just takes his daughter, takes his wife, leaves.
Go back to Canada.
They go back to Canada.
The Canadian mental health law.
Right. And then there was research done on Hobbs. Apparently, there's only 2 Hobbs on record for Enumclaw? Ellensburg, Washington. One was Agnes. I thought that was funny. The other one was Calvin, which I assume that was the one that we're talking about. And he ended up he died in December 15th, 2016. And he was originally from the East Coast, and he came over here in 2010 to take care of his mother. So, what Hobbs was doing with Rutzak, we don't know the particulars of that thing. Okay, and I did do research. Well, no, Agnes did research on Crease. It was Crease is dead also. He was a murder-suicide. He died on October 12th, 1960, and he was in the house, shot his wife, and then himself. Well, he shot his wife, set the house on fire, then shot himself, and that's when the neighbor put it out.
Oh, son of a bitch.
And that was in the master bedroom.
In the master bedroom.
in the master bedroom, where dude.
Something's in the master bedroom.
So then, like, Agnes is like her hair is just getting frizzier and frizzier as this whole thing is. She's like, "There's a mystery here, and I'm going to solve it." And then, moving along, she's like, "Everyone keeping up? Everyone have any questions?" And okay, we're moving on.
Hold on, there was a guy named Calvin Hobbs.
Hobbs Calvin. Come on, man.
I mean,
What's Calvin Hobbs?
all right.
Where are you right now?
We've had all this talk about trademarks.
It's HOBBES.
It's the same.
Isn't that how
I
it's
don't
spelled?
know.
Yeah.
And then the next person on the list of the scribbled notes was an individual called Falcone. Falcone died in 2015. She owned the house from 2008 to 2014, and then she suffocated upstairs. No further information.
Would have been
after that.
2015. Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah.
that's where she died. But yeah, so she suffocated upstairs.
Oh, yeah. Okay. There was no cause of death that I could find. I will have to go to the library or some sort of
Town hall or records or
yeah. And then the last individual was Wheeler. That was on the list. I'm assuming that Rutzak? I keep forgetting his name.
Rutzak.
Was doing research on the origin of the house and where it came from. And Wheeler built the house. It was Michael Wheeler. He built it in 1907. He ended up He was a fairly wealthy mason at the time, so he could build his own house. He ended up dying in 1918. I wrote that down. How'd he
die?
He fell during during construction. Falling slab of marble crushed him to death. Yeah. And then Adele, his wife. No, not Adele is not his wife. Adele was the nurse to his wife. I did not write down the wife's name.
The wife's name was Isabel.
Isabel.
Isabel Wheeler.
Isabel Wheeler. Isabel ended up living in the house until 1956. She was taken care of by a nurse, Adele DeVitello.
Yeah, DiVitello.
DiVitello. And that is the last known record of that. And that is all the information that I did get so far in this amount of time while you have been gone. Sir, are you okay?
What? What? Why?
I don't know. I just picture you being like most out of it.
I still can't get over the Calvin and Hobbes thing. No. Okay, so what you got, Duffy? What are you talking about? What are you thinking?
Oh, I mean, I'm only thinking new rule, and he kind of looks at everybody in the eye and he makes sure everybody's listening. New rule: nobody goes into the master bedroom alone for any reason, especially during the nighttime. If you feel compelled to in any way, try to call somebody.
Understood.
But that's all I got.
I think whatever's going on here is clearly a threat. We need to destroy that house.
So Kreese, the note, his log said Kreese tried to burn it. We don't know what it is necessarily, but
The
Kreese,
house.
I mean, are you for sure?
Well,
Yeah.
he committed a murder-suicide and then tried to burn the house down.
And
Yeah.
then the neighbor put it out.
In the master bedroom.
Okay, so it was in the master bedroom.
Yes.
There was a fire. Wow, neighbor put it out, huh?
Yeah, stupid neighbor.
Do you think the note... I think his research where it says Kreese tried to burn it. Okay, we know he tried to burn the house.
Yeah.
Is the it that talked to Rutsack also the house?
That's a good point.
I mean, okay.
Jake's got hand
This is just like an editing point. But I was just like talking to Emily before, and it like a week ago, and I was like, what if it's like that movie, the haunted, what's that haunted house movie with the animated one? It's like
Monster House?
Monster House. I was like, what if it's like
I love
Monster
Monster
House?
House.
What's Monster House?
The guy's, I'm sorry, spoilers for Monster House out there, but the guy's wife dies and she like her soul inhabits the house, and the house is now haunted.
Oh,
So,
Which is funny. I was just watching streams last night of Madison, which is a video game that just came out about a possessed house.
dude, what?
I
Delta
know.
Green, man. I saw someone driving down the road, and they had a truck, and they passed me in like the carpool lane, and I looked over, and they had a circle emblem on the back of their truck with a triangle in the middle.
Oh my god.
I was like, that person plays Delta Green.
Simulation's breaking down. Oh,
Yeah.
I should also know, I don't know if you want to like edit this all the
No, it's fine.
I did do research on past real estate companies that did facilitate all the sales to this house, and none of them are congruent. So it seems like everything has been passed off to other hands because no one wants to deal with that shit. Cannot blame them at all.
Cannot blame them.
The room phone starts to ring,
Oh, yeah, I'll
just
answer.
buzzing.
I'll
You pick it up.
pick it up.
Everybody take your headphones off, but Agnes.
It is my room, right? That makes sense. Okay, cool.
If you're on the bed, it's probably close to the bed.
You pick up the phone and put it to your ear, and you just kind of hear like a staticky background. And you just hear just...
Agnes would just be like, hello? Can you identify yourself? This is Agent Agnes. Are you from Delta Green?
And then it just hangs up.
Okay.
What was all that about?
The individual at the other end of the line did not say anything except for breathing. I did try to get them to identify themselves,
That happened to Hobbs.
and they did not respond in any way.
Okay, and tell me, that's another one we didn't touch on. You mentioned Hobbs. I just want to make sure. So what's the deal with Hobbs? East Coast?
He was from the East Coast. He died December 15th, 2016. He came over here to take care of his mother in 2010.
And you guys remember that Rutsack worked in New Jersey.
Can I grab the phone real fast?
I don't think I knew that.
Can I grab the phone real fast?
Yeah.
I just want to grab the phone and like dial down to the desk, like 0 or whatever it is, and then talk to the front desk real fast.
Yeah. So that you call. I don't think we're gonna take our headphones off for this, but yeah, you call in.
I'll put it on speaker.
Yeah. So yeah, you hear just somebody like answer, just like, front desk. How can we help you?
Hi, this is room so and so. We just received a call, but it was my buddy and his phone died. Can I actually get the number that he called from? Are you guys able to see that?
Is that something they can do?
I don't know. Maybe like a luck roll or bureaucracy. I don't know if that's
That's a
possible.
good call.
I mean, what? Okay. And she's just like, what room number are you in?
Room 69.
what?
Yeah.
So you see her like, you hear some like typing going on. She's like, okay, I see one incoming phone number here. Yeah, ready for it. It's looks like 509-227-5684.
Thank you, darling. He's gonna hang up the phone.
Okay. So you have that number.
Do I know, like, is that the area code of this area?
Yeah, 509 is typically Eastern Washington.
Do we want to call it?
Can someone remind me? I have a phone number written down here, and I'm not sure which one it is. It's the 509-238-7765 number.
Oh, you don't know that number. You got that number. You can try calling it.
Where did we get that? We got that
where did we
number
get that
at the
that was
Stormwater.
that was
Yep.
the number that was assigned to the storage unit.
Mhm.
So we think
Oh,
like
the phone. Oh, the phone number.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's just let's call that. Nice detective work.
Can I do like some kind of, I don't know, detective work on the number before we call it? Like, I know I can just, sometimes you can just Google numbers
Yeah,
and like
totally.
they'll show up, right?
He is the tech guy.
So I don't know if like I can just Google it first off. Does it show up with anything?
Yeah, so I think you look up the phone number, you type it in, and you see that it is tied to the name Falcone, Andrew Falcone.
Okay.
So if like you Google it, you see that it is last tied to 1206 Spooner Avenue.
Oh shit. Okay, so the Falcone, just for the listeners, that he was supposed to suffocate, or he did.
She's the one that
She.
suffocated upstairs.
Or
in
she.
2015.
2015. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
That's
while you guys are doing this, Strauss has grabbed the the first page of all the notes. Like maybe just found it on like you got it spread out,
Yeah.
and he's running through what you told us. He says, "Did you find anything about this name? Is sorry? Is that what it says?"
Yeah.
That's the lady who owned it last time.
She's the one that.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yep. I forgot her last name.
No,
But
so did I. I asked about that too.
I just had Yamila, or Yamia, whatever.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
Amelia.
So this-
It changes.
So he was investigating every single previous owner.
Yeah.
Did he find anybody in between Wheeler, well, Adele, and who do we have? And he's like looking through, and also Tyler is Crease. Is there a gap, or do you not know enough
from
to
Wheeler
know?
and Crease?
So Wheeler was taken care. The widow was taken care of by a nurse, Adele. Mm-hmm. And is that like continuous up until
1956, but then the Torrey family moved in 1963, and then Crease.
His died 1960.
Yeah.
So okay, it's a pretty. There doesn't seem to be any gaps.
So yeah, you know that the Crease family owned it from 1956 to 1960, and then the Turry family moved it in 1963 and moved out in 1966.
So
Okay.
there's the coffin in the green box, but are there any other notes about the Ture family in his investigation?
No, I don't think
the Ture equals not dead / roaming the house.
Oh yeah, maybe that's it.
Yeah, only at night though.
All casual.
So
Yeah, you guys
It's
probably
tough.
have to do. You probably have to go find some public records or something like that. You feel
Yeah.
like in the morning.
That's something.
Yeah, I'm just trying to check. Like, we don't seem to have any gaps. It's a pretty.
There's a 3-year gap there.
From Adele 53 to 56.
So we learned them were up to 56, and then the Crees took over in 56 to 1960, and then the Turries are
Oh, that's where
1963
the
to
gap
1966.
is. Okay.
And then from there, you learn that there was Falcone was 2018 to 2014. So there's
From 14 to 18.
2008 to 2014. And then Yamilia Asari had it from 2015 to 2017. Sorry.
Okay, so there's kind of a.
Sorry, Andrea died in 2015. So you're sorry about it, like right after she died. So
And I'm sorry, after the 60s, who owned it? In like the 70s and
maybe
80s and
that's-
90s?
you
I don't know.
I
You
think
have to do some
there's
research.
there
Gotcha,
is a
okay,
gap.
okay, okay.
Yep.
Yep. So
Okay,
that
that's
sounds
what
like
I'm
something
trying
to
to
look
determine.
at tomorrow.
Yes.
All right.
I thought you said a 3-year gap.
Yeah,
not
well,
a
because I was
30-year
noticing.
gap.
I was
like,
well, I
wow.
did say 3, but I was noticing like the early ones.
Yeah.
And then, of course, everything after the 2 rays,
Yeah.
we don't have it until the last few years.
Right.
Um,
All right. So you guys wrap it up and go to bed, or what's your guys' plan?
I don't think it's a good idea to call the number
no, I don't think so.
now.
I do think it's extremely interesting that all we hear is breathing and she's suffocated. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything.
Yeah.
But,
The
Oh, it's
house.
a female?
You just heard a voice. You just sounded like heavy breathing. You can't really tell.
Okay.
but the number was tied to that female.
Yes.
Right.
The last known thing that you could find on that number, it was tied to Falcone in that address.
Okay.
A phone went off in the house, right, while we were in it, did it? Or no?
No.
Did we even notice a phone?
Yeah,
I don't
that's what I
think
was going to
so.
say.
I don't think there was one.
No, if you walk through there was no phone.
Interesting. Okay, that's interesting.
So maybe the ghosts don't have Wi-Fi.
I have poor reception in this house.
No wonder they're haunting shit.
Bring by Comcast.
One thing I do want to look
My
into is
AOL is slow today.
kind of curious, like the police report from the neighbor putting out the fire back with the Crease era. Like I'm kind of interested.
That's a good idea.
That's a good thing. Yeah, I mean, it's all stuff you guys could definitely research tomorrow.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we could probably hit the hay.
Okay, so everyone wraps up to sleep. We gotta figure out this thing with. Okay, does anybody have any like nightly rituals they go through? I know Jim Duffy. We gotta figure out what you got to do.
I would just, call my wife.
Okay.
Yeah.
Midnight.
I would like earlier in the day,
Yeah,
I guess. But
I assumed
midnight
check in.
now.
Okay. Cool. So let's figure out what we gotta do with Jim Duffy's role with your night terror.
Yeah, I think I just have to make a sanity
I
check.
think so too.
And then if I fail, I don't sleep and I don't get back willpower.
Sleep disorder. There we go. Every time an agent tries to sleep, make a sanity test. So let's see the test for Jim Duffy.
You got this, my man. Do it.
So it's basically a luck roll because my sin's at 51. Ooh, 97. Super bad.
So you lose the possibility of resting or regaining any willpower points for 24 hours. You are now exhausted
Aw, buddy.
So it's a minus 20 to all my checks.
Oh my
for
god.
24 hours.
Good lord.
So I think we kind of see that as like Jim Duffy. What is Jim Duffy thinking of that's like causing these night terrors? As he's like laying there tossing and turning, is he thinking about the house? Is he thinking about like previous things? What's going through his head?
Yeah, so I think he's gonna be like, in his dream, he's sort of it's gonna just be like a black void, and then like a really small pinprick in the middle, and then it gets closer and closer and bigger and bigger and bigger, and then we see that it's the house, and then we kind of like cut to the bathroom, and you hear like the water running in the shower. And he like reaches to pull the curtain back, and it's just like a tub full of gigantic snakes.
Oh, jeez.
And then he
Why's
just
it always
like,
gotta be snakes?
wakes up and just like beads of cold sweat, and like the wife beater he was wearing to bed is just like completely soaked through. Like
And the snakes are licking off the perspiration off his head.
but I do
Thought you were out of it, but you're not.
I do think he's going to, because you can use stimulants, one of which
Yes.
being tobacco. So I do think he's gonna, if you allow this, if not, it's fine. But I do think he's going to try to stave off the exhaustion with use of just like chewing tobacco for the first 6 hours of his day.
You roll 1d6. See how many hours.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm just trying to see how many points you guys get back from resting.
I was just looking at that. That's on page, I think, 47. 1d6 for a full night's rest.
Okay. So, okay.
And
So-
if we didn't lose any during the day?
Willpower, if you didn't. No, I think only you lost willpower, and I think you're the one, right? I don't think Cody, your character,
I
didn't
don't
lose
think
willpower,
he did.
Right?
Or wait.
I did lose.
Oh, wait,
4
4,
willpower.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys can roll your d6 now and regain that.
Roll something else.
I know.
Yeah. there's-
3. Boom.
There you go.
Back up.
Nice.
You have options, my friend.
Hefty.
That's good.
Nice. It was a 5, so I
Okay.
regained it all.
Nice. Hell yeah. There you go.
Very nice.
All right. Everybody
Eustace needs it.
He does. Take your headphones off except for Cody. Cody, as your character is going to sleep, your phone starts to ring in the hotel room. Do you answer it?
What does my caller ID say?
Do phone ones have it?
Yeah, it should. Well, actually, they're like burners. I don't know.
Well, this is like the phone, like the hotel room.
Oh, it shouldn't then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do answer it.
You pick it up and you just hear. And then you hear. It's like a whispering voice, and you just hear, "Come on."
I say Falcone. Falcone, tell me more.
And then it just sits there, and you're like thinking about it, and it's just like, "Come back to us. We are here for you."
I just say nothing. I'm just listening.
Okay. So because of what you rolled,
Yeah.
I think your character gets up that night and goes back to the house. Are you cool with that?
Do I have a chart?
Not really, no.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I think we end this episode with we see you kind of look around and get up. You didn't bring your own car, did you?
No. I think I did actually. It was my Jeep. Remember?
That's right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we see you get into your Jeep, pull out of that parking lot, and we end with your Jeep in front of 1206, and you just staring at it, kind of like zoned out, and you're like blocked out, just staring at it. And then we see you get out, and the front door's wide open, and we see you walk inside, and then we just see the door close. And that's it.
Fuck.
Hey everybody, I am your handler Chris, back here with another player interview.
Hello.
This time we're talking with Tyler.
That's me.
I think Tyler, I've played the most games with you, I think.
I mean, of the rest of them, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Tyler and I met on a podcast we did together called Comics Brew.
When that started in what, 2013?
Something like that.
Damn.
And Tyler quickly became my favorite person of the podcast.
Oh, thanks. Warms my heart.
Nothing against Josh and Adam, but I don't know.
Oh, yes.
I felt like you were much more of your humor aligned with mine a lot more than those guys.
I think that's true.
And so Tyler and I, we did that. And then we ended up doing a series called Comics Brew Plays on Comics Brew, where we did Sixth Gun.
Sixth Gun first.
Yep, and then we did Worlds in Peril, which is a superhero tabletop, and then we did 13th Age. And ever since then,
right.
I think Tyler's pretty much played in almost every game I've ran. Or at least I've tried to get him to play in every game if he's down to do it.
I'm always down.
So
I'm always down for these games.
Yeah, so I guess first question would be, what got you interested in trying tabletop games?
So in college, I played like a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean like I did a couple, like we started like one session.
Mm-hmm.
That happened, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 times. My buddy Brendan is the one that usually ran those. One time he did like a Gamma World one that was pretty fun.
Okay, nice.
Where I played like a rock monster who couldn't talk but had a what I'm trying to say, like a radio around his neck that he would like make noises for him.
Was that like based off 4E or was that the older versions? Because I know they
I mean,
redid Gamma World for 4th edition.
It's so long ago, I do not remember.
Yeah.
But then then after that, I didn't after college really until we did Comics Brew Plays.
Yeah.
And like I think that was my first real, like the 6 gun one was my first real like extended thing.
Yeah, because you were G-Host Buster.
G-Host Buster. That was so good. I had a whole backstory for why his name was Gertrude Host Buster.
Yeah.
It was like, they picked the name before I knew it was a boy. Dad was like, no, we're G-Host.
But yeah, I think, so that's Tyler and I have known each other for quite a long time.
I didn't realize how long.
Yeah, no, it's been a gang of years. So I guess what made you want to hop back into the podcasting world? Like we did Comics Brew, and then we did another podcast called Dream that went about 2 seasons until I made some mistakes. I will fully take the blame on that. I'm not going to put that on anybody else but me. But
fair.
What made you want to do this again? Especially with me.
Because I like playing tabletops with you. It's a lot of fun. But so Comics Brew was weekly.
Yes.
And we did that for 5 years, I think.
I think it was about 5 years, yeah.
Yeah, it was like 250 something episodes weekly. Like, I don't think we took a week off. Maybe 1 or 2.
Maybe 1.
And I only took a couple episodes off. It was like a handful of them.
And I left after like 3. Once my first kid was born, I went to like remote. And then once my second kid was born, I was like, I got to be there. I got to be a parent.
Yeah. So that kind of burned me out. But I still liked doing podcasts.
Yeah.
So this kind of format's a little better where, we can pick a time, record, 2, 3, 4 episodes, and then I don't have to do it again next week.
Right.
I don't have to be there at the same time every single week.
Yeah, you're not getting off work.
Yeah.
Because I think Comics were re-recorded at like 11 p.m.
Well, yeah, we started out recording real late because I was working Saturday nights.
Yeah. So we record like midnight. We go till like 2 a.m. and then
it was kind of
drunk
silly.
As shit.
Yeah. Real silly. I had a lot of problems in my life for that. So that was not appealing, but I like doing a podcast.
Right. Oh, I get it.
And I like playing tabletop games. So when you were like, hey, do you want to do it? I was like, yes.
There we go.
Let's go.
What made you want to do Delta Green?
Because Delta Green's dope as shit. Because you did one homebrew Delta Green game.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I died in.
I think you've died in every Delta Green game I've run you in.
Yeah. And it's always like at the very end, too.
Yeah.
Like, it's just something random gets me. Like, I got sniped one time, didn't I?
Yeah.
Then a Amigo cut my brain out.
Yeah.
And then a ghoul or something was at the last one?
Yeah.
Like a ghoul? It's like in the last bit, I just got. But
I gave them an option to, like, let them not do anything to let you go, and they didn't do it. So.
Which makes sense. But Delta Green is just a fun system. Yes. And it's like the setting. I really enjoy it. So
I think I've killed you in more games. I think I've killed you the most as a player character than anybody else I've ever played with. It's just always you.
And,
I don't know why.
I still think the 13th Age one, we kill my barbarian, was my favorite.
That
it's like one hit crit from a zombie bear, just done.
And then you played a necromancer who had created that zombie bear. So you raised your old character up, and like it became your minion.
Dude, that necromancer was so much fun. And that 13th Age necromancer, you pick that feat, you get a permanent thing. It's like, oh, dude, I'm just riding around the shoulders of my old character.
Jonesy.
Fucking perfect.
What drew you to your concept? Like, as you were creating this character for Delta Green this time around, like, what drew you to the concept you created? Did you have one going in, or did you just wait to roll and like see what came out?
The concept I had was because every time I've ever done Delta Green, it's like I've done somebody who's kind of just like a average Joe sort of thing, or like in more of a tech or like a non-physical based character, basically.
Right.
And so I just thought, well, fuck it, this time I'll just make a guy who was like special ops. So shit goes down. he can handle it.
I like it.
And I thought, like, the other thing I was thinking is somebody who's, like, dedicated to the Delta Green mission. And it just made sense to me, like, somebody who's, like, special ops knows how to, like, okay, I got these objectives. This is what I'm doing by whatever force necessary.
Nice.
And so I figured, all right, this is somebody, kind of background of somebody who can, like, believe in the mission. And if something needs to be done, he can handle it.
There you go. Did that ever like evolve as your brain, like from your brain to the page? Like as you thought about this, and then when you rolled, or no, you took an array. So
no, I
did
rolled.
roll, yeah.
I rolled them.
so like, what did that evolve? Did anything change as you had this concept in your brain to when you physically got it on the paper?
It kind of did, because I ended up. Let me grab my sheet right here.
Yeah, we use paper sheets, buddy.
Yeah.
Everybody, we don't.
I initially was hoping to like have him be a little bit smarter, but ended up just the way I rolled it. I had to make it my lowest stack because I need to put everything else where it needs to go. But the only real change was that he was maybe going to have like already definitely like seen something unnatural. But with him like having intelligence as his lowest stat and just kind of like following orders on stuff, I kind of changed it to like, okay, he's never actually seen anything, but it's like he's been told and he knows, and that's only the change.
Okay. Did you do any like research or watch any media for inspiration as you made this character? Go back and watch Rambo? Not
really. I just tried to avoid making somebody who's exactly the same as on other podcasts that I've listened to.
Okay. That works.
I'll just need to go watch like some special ops movie or something, because I still have not picked exactly which branch of the military he's in, but it hasn't come up.
That's true.
Yeah.
What does Tyler like to do for fun?
I like to play a shitload of video games and tabletop games.
You still play Overwatch a bunch?
No, I haven't played Overwatch in the last year or so. The Blizzard is kind of
sucked.
Yeah, Blizzard sucks. Although once Overwatch 2 comes out, I'll probably give it a shot.
Okay.
But I mean, I just get stuck on games. I was playing Slay the Spire for a long time.
And you played Hades for a ton, too.
Oh, I played Hades for a long time. But now I'm on Elden Ring pretty hardcore.
Nice. There you go.
I'm also speeding my way through Doctor Who again with my girlfriend, so...
Bummer.
No, it's a great show.
It's not.
It's
lots of things we can't take back.
Agree to disagree.
I've never actually watched Doctor Who.
I think it's like, hokey, but it's fun.
I have a weird thing with fandoms where, like, if the fandom
don't.
is too much for me, I just instantly don't want to fuck with it. Like Serenity, like Firefly. Firefly is totally fine, but the fandom for like Firefly, Firefly.
You wouldn't like the fans. I agree. Fandoms ruin everything, so just I avoid it.
Yeah. So, do you have any social medias that you want people to follow you on?
You can follow me on my Instagram. It is pictures of my dumb cat. All it is pictures of my cat Carrot.
There you go.
That is it. That is the only thing I post. It'll be a picture of him, the hashtag Carrot. That's it.
That works.
Yeah, so check it out.
If you like that, yeah. He's a cute cat. Seems like a pretty cool cat.
He's chill.
So,
except when he gets me. Look at that.
That happens. Yeah. My cat scratch yellow on me all the time.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you're here. Like I said, you are one of my favorite people to play this game with, and we've been doing it for a long, long time. And anytime I'm going to have a game, I'm always going to try to get you into it if you want to.
I'll hold you to
Unless
that.
it's like people you don't know, then I don't want to do that to you.
That's fair.
I know I did you in this situation, but yeah, like they're great.
I know all these people.
Yeah, exactly. You've met them before, at least in real life. So
yeah.
But all right. Well, thanks, Tyler. We'll
thanks, Chris.
Later.